Okay, we're back again. Now, notice that I did put the bond wire in here, and I want to make sure that you notice that, and that makes us almost perfect for all jurisdictions. So, keep us out of trouble. During a break there, which you probably won't see on the video, I went ahead, and this is your house box that as you will see it when you take your existing device that's in your box, and the way you should find it wired, which at that period of time, now once again, this is copper wire, but the only difference would be the difference in color, and instead of 14 gauge it would be 12 gauge aluminum, and it would be aluminum color, but the Buchanan, this little Buchanan right here, would still be copper. The white would still be white, and the black. And the installation on the wire would be a little bit different. I'm pretty sure that it was THW during that period of time. They didn't come into THHN Romex until later on. So, but for all practical purposes, and notice that the screws, it's not taped, and this right here is where your problems and your burnouts are going to happen. And you might open one of these up and find that this whole part of the plug is burnt out, and that's where most of the problems arose, is because they stabbed in. Sometimes they wrap the aluminum around these screws, and they'd mar it a little bit right there, and then it would burn here and break. So hopefully I'm trying to keep as much as I can in the video, but basically what we want to do is we're going to cut this plug, and here again, I bought this one just for a demonstration. We're going to cut this plug out, okay? All right? And voila. Okay. Now the first thing we want to do is strip these back. And there again, you've got to be really, really careful when you strip that you don't mar the wire. Now remember, this box will be solid mounted, and I'm only doing this as a demonstration to show you what you'll be working with, and the coloring of the wire would be, again, this would be a number 12 wire, and these would be a silver-looking aluminum color, and they'd be somewhat very, very brittle. So you want to be very, very careful when you strip these back to make sure that you've got a good, clean wire connection here. Now this is the very most important part of the whole process in repairing aluminum wire plugs, and that is to make sure that you've got inhibitor on the wire, okay? All right, and you put a little inhibitor on the wire, and then on your wiring device, okay, what you do is you take the inhibitor. Now you can buy these with the inhibitor in it, but I always do my own inhibitor. And if you notice, I filled it up with an inhibitor, okay? And basically, once you got your inhibitor on there, you're going to take your plug, okay, and you're going to do your box, and what you're going to do is match these wires up. I'm going to start with the neutral, which we should really start with the bond, but in this case, we'll just, since it is a demonstration, we'll go ahead and just do the neutral, okay? And then you're going to tighten this up. Make sure you get it tight. You can see the goop coming out of it right there. Okay? And you're going to tighten that up, tighten it up, tighten it up. Now you don't want to wring it off or wring it through. You want it nice and tight. And then you're going to take this, and when you're done with that, you're going to run a little bit of tape around this. Okay, you got your tape around there, your goop's on the inside, good solid connection. Okay, now once again you're going to take your inhibitor, and you're going to run your inhibitor on your device, okay, on your wire, and you also, you know, you don't have to on the device leg, but you can put a little on there too. Okay, put it in there and get her gooped up. And then what you want to do is where'd my old green wire nut go here? Now you can do these one of two ways. You can either do it this way, which I recommend, or you can do it this way, okay, and go this way. I would prefer that on the repair of the aluminum that you do it this way. And what you're going to do again is fill this up, a little more goop, okay? Make sure you got plenty of goop in there, all right? And then you're going to go ahead and put your wire nut on. Nice and tight. Okay, now we're back again. I went ahead and finished this up to shorten the video up, and I hope you don't mind there. For all practical purposes, you're just making up one more connection, which would have been the black connection. This is what you should look like when you're done. Nice and tight, the wire's tight, your aluminum wire, your inhibitor, and then basically you want to make sure you know, put your box, you know, fold your wires up real careful and put them back into your box, and then close your plug up, and you should be good to go at that point. I did clip off a little bit of copper that was sticking out right here, which would, you know, to clean it up, to make it presentable. And also this installation is the safest way and the best way I know how to. Once again I demonstrated with copper wire, but these would be basically your aluminum conductor, and that would be your aluminum right there. Okay, we're back again, and that's kind of what it'll look like when you're done. You know, some guys like the plugs to be up, and some like to go down. I prefer them this way. There's nothing wrong. They work good that way, they work good this way, and they work good that way. So it's a matter of really personal preferences. And then it's basically, you know, don't lose your screws. You can always buy these screws if you lose a couple of them, and you put them in there and then put your little faceplate on your wall, and you're pretty much done. I hope that helped you out. If I'm going to try to post the instructions in writing on my website at sandauengineering.com. That's www.sandauengineering.com, SANDAU, and good luck, and I hope that helped you out.